Hi guys, it's Simon here. For the next few episodes, I'm going to be going through a set list of videos that Watchmojo have created, which all centre around Doctor Who. Now, this show was essentially the shit when I was a kid back in 2005. Everything about it was just awesome. The spaceships, the places that the Doctor and his companions would go to, the characters were really good as well. Like, I really found myself connecting to them. And there are a few kind of other stories that we'll go into when we go down other lists. You'll find out exactly what I mean when we get there. Even the TARDIS, my little mini module here, which doubles as a piggy bank actually, even that was awesome to me as a kid. So my love of the show grew through the years and I'm still loving it till today. So I was absolutely happy when I realised that Watchmojo had a set list of videos that were outlined for the show. So I'm going to go down their top 10 lists. This one is going to be for the top 10 Doctor Who Doctors, and then there's companions that are right after that, and then top 10 revival episodes. So this is going to be a very fulfilling day of filming these reactions. Especially because they've been up since 2015, and I've spent like 2 years putting this off. But after season 10 had its finale, I thought, you know what? Why not do them now? It'll be easy, it'll be fun, and it'll tie you over until the Christmas special. So I'm going to start with top 10 Doctor Who Doctors. Now, just a couple of things to be wary of with Watchmojo. One, there's generally a chance that I'll have a rant somewhere in here because they tend to be very crazy with their choices. So that's always fun to watch. And just the second one, and this is probably for more general perception, a list like this means that there's going to be some spoilers. So if you're lagging behind a certain season, then my idea is to stop the video here, catch up on all the episodes that you've missed, then come back and watch this. Just so you don't get spoiled and you don't get like, because I know how that feels and it is incredibly painful. Anyway, my prediction with this list, it's obviously top 10 Doctor Who Doctors. It's going to be a tussle between Tom Baker and David Tennant. Both have encapsulated their audiences a lot over time, and they're obviously two of the most loved actors to have stepped into this role, so they're obviously going to clash for the top spot. I think, though, due to the reactions to Tom Baker during the 50th anniversary special, when he came back as the curator, that he might just pull ahead of Tennant, but it's going to be very close, and very easily something could happen, but, you know, just keep yourself in with an open mind. Let's get into it. This is my reaction to the Watchmojo video Top 10 Doctor Who Doctors. Here we go. Oop. That's not good. Why is... Oh. Now I know why that's not working. Fucking speakers. They need to be all the way up. I had a discussion with this with someone else a couple of weeks ago. They couldn't hear one of the things. To be fair, this was before I knew the speakers were on there. Well, here we go. Come on, the old title sequence.
Who will ride the TARDIS to the top spot?
Tom Baker. Ah, hi Christopher.
Welcome to
I just saw Christopher Girl.
And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Doctor Who Doctors.
Actually, I think we're very near the center now.
For this list,
We've barely got into it.
Step into the Doctor's shoes since the program began in 1963, and are ranking our favorites based on their overall popularity with fans.
You're the only one who knows anything about fighting Daleks.
Now, reverse the polarity of the
Yeah, I think 2 years after Capaldi kind of came in, so he might be on this list. Fingers crossed.
Allons-y.
Who's
Lovely.
this coming to welcome us?
Number 10, Colin Baker,
Ah!
6th Doctor.
That's nice. A lot of people tend to push him to the low spots on this list due to writing and perception.
Costume and showier personality. The 6th incarnation of Doctor Who was a departure from his predecessor.
I did a paper on Colin Baker during grade 6. I was that person.
As the Doctor was decidedly short, but certainly memorable.
We should go on regenerating until all my lives are spent.
Self-centered,
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea to just blow through them like a cat.
What do you mean? The 6th Doctor was still the sympathetic and moral figure we know and love. Ironically,
Like,
Baker's
that's a
also
human...
looking for another
That's, of course, natural for all humans to love cats. Like, they're adorable.
There's no need for all the firepower. They have orders to kill at the slightest sign of resistance.
Number 9.
Well, yeah, he was in episodes beforehand.
All right. I suppose you want to see my pass. That's what I haven't got one. And I'm not going to tell you my name either. Now, you just tell Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart that I want to see him. Well, don't just stand there arguing with me, man. Get on with it.
Charismatic, elegant, and with an unparalleled
Well, he knows how to get shit done, I'll say that.
transformative casting.
I thought that Pertwee would be at number 7. This is a surprise.
Outwardly zany and action-oriented doctor than the 2 versions that followed.
You're not proposing to dismantle a piece of equipment worth 15 million pounds with a screwdriver. Well, it's not worth 15 million pins if it doesn't work, is it?
He had a fondness for velvet, ruffles, and he favored the cravat. Plus a blood red lining to his
Like,
signature
Matt Preston on MasterChef.
After 5 series, many of which he spent uncharacteristically exiled on Earth, Pertwee stepped down from his post for
Wonder whose fault that
But
was.
to this day, he's remembered with fondness by all fans.
As an associate of UNIT, I think you will find that I have the authority to do precisely
With good old Bessie's car.
Sylvester McCoy, the 7th.
Okay, this is a bit of a surprise. I actually didn't have McCoy, Baker, or Paul McGann on this list. This is in my predictions anyway. This is a bit of a surprise.
And amidst mounting pressure from fans, Sylvester McCoy was drafted as Doctor Number 7.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to have a spare automotive jack on you, would you?
For the first part
Well,
of the
who's
decade,
likely to have that on them if they're just wearing normal work attire?
Do you like it?
But for the second part, he became darker, more dangerous, scheming, and secretive because fans felt
As you
that
say,
his content
as
led to
he pulls out a tin of cat food.
Something to interest me.
So, scriptwriters turned McCoy's Panama
Ah.
questionable vest
The
and
the umbrella right before Missy came in with her Sonic
Didn't
umbrella.
save the show from cancellation in 1989.
Come on, go away, go on, shoot!
Me so sad.
Provoke the Daleks, Doctor.
However you respond is seen as an act of provocation.
Okay,
I know the Daleks of old.
this is a surprise.
Peter Davison.
I expected Peter Davidson to be higher up.
Just simple repair job.
Okay, this is crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on now.
Put things off for a day, next thing you know, it's 100 years later.
Coming up to bat at number 7 is Doctor Number 5. A physical change from the actor who came before him. Davison was kitted up for cricket.
Yeah.
And could he play ball?
Quickly, let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, he did have a fondness for cricket, didn't he?
Were typically English and typically Time Lord.
Well, the instruments are still affected by turbulence.
Hi Tegan, hi Turlo.
London.
And the celery stalk on his lapel, quintessential.
Yeah, I was about to mention
However,
that.
the actor also brought a sensitive side to the character. He had a little less eccentricity and a little more empathy,
Piecing wide is just what the doctor ordered.
bringing him
I'd-
closer
I'd
than
say a
ever
nice
to the
mixture of
humanity
both.
he lived to save.
You've got to help me.
What happened?
Number 6, William Hartnell, the first Doctor.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go and have a look.
Over half a
In other
century
news,
ago,
I'm excited to see
Hartnell
David
first
Bradley
passed
take on the role in the
the
Christmas
legendary
special.
TARDIS, and time and space has never looked the same.
Like, I was really happy to see him on there, and then I realised he played Argus Filch in the Harry Potter series, and I was like,
Was an evolving,
what?
progressive Doctor, and one that was finding his feet
I was just
both in
shell-shocked.
time travel and on our
I think I
television
still have the Keys of Marius in my
Initially,
DVD
he was
collection.
quite somber
I might have to
and
watch
a
that
little bit
again.
Scary. He didn't really trust human beings, but eventually he mellowed and led the way for all who have followed.
Don't think they'll run into any trouble.
Number 5, Christopher Eccleston, the Ninth Doctor.
It's nice to see him, like, midway through.
What's your name?
Rose.
Because he had such a lack of time during the show, I thought he'd be lower in because of lack of material.
TV, there was great expectation placed on Eccleston's leather-clad shoulders, and ultimately he exceeded them.
That makes sense. Well done.
He did really well
The Ninth
for the
Doctor,
first series. He did
first
really
for a very
well.
long time. He
It's a shame he
reprised
left
his
so
role
early,
with
but
aptitude and attitude.
production
Don't
reasons.
because if you do, you'll get them killed.
Helped along the way by his very popular sidekick Rose Tyler.
Yes, we'll go more into her in the companions list because she's gonna be on there.
Eccleston destroys Daleks for a whole new generation.
Think of it. Plastic all over the world. Every artificial thing waiting to come alive. The shopping-
Did you mean Chad Michaels?
The wires, the cables.
Resting plans.
Oh dear.
Is one of the most significant and
Fantastic.
ever filmed.
I don't understand.
There's the
In what
tea.
way is this goodbye? Where are you going?
You'll see. In the ship.
Well, at least one placement's right so far. I did have Patrick at number 4.
Marked the Doctor's first regeneration, a nifty narrative invention to ensure that the show had longevity, and that future lists such as this one were possible.
Sausages! Man will just become like a string of sausages all the same.
Troughton was a very different
Well,
prospect.
and that's a problem because
Nicknamed the
sausages are
Cosmic
tasty
He had
and...
a scruffiness, a
Oh yeah, I
slickness,
wouldn't be...
and a
Yeah,
sketchiness about his
that's a
persona
problem.
that made the character his own. The BBC came under fire during
Oh,
Troughton's
the
era for
old
the
age
show's
Cyber.
second time. This Doctor was firm, fair, and a favorite.
Ah, thank you very much. That's very simple.
Just the jumping to avoid the shots.
Smith,
That's
who was
awesome.
Oh, hello, Amy. You all right? Want to watch some television? Stay where you are.
When he burst onto the scene, bow-tie clad and bonkers, there were many naysayers. When his time came to an
Well,
end,
mainly we were
those
naysayers
snakes
because we just
were
came off
soft.
of David Tennant, but the more I watch The 11th Doctor, I absolutely love Matt Smith's portrayal.
Shattering chap for whom mankind was really
Also, he had an episode with James Corden in there, so that's a nice bit of backtracking for those who like James Corden's Carpool Karaoke's and his Late Late Show.
Why are you pointing your
Hi, John Hurt.
They're scientific instruments, not water pistols. Look like you've seen a ghost.
effervescent and
Well, they
unconventional.
kinda did.
The 11th Doctor is young
Yours
and
wasn't exactly the best
passing
reincarnation.
on the role in
Well, mainly for
2013
them.
to Peter Capaldi. Smith did so having more
Oh.
than his mark.
So keep this straight in your head.
The bow tie just dropping, just signifying the end, just like... Really? Did you have to rip out my heart and stomp on it?
And today the battle begins.
Number 2, Tom Baker, the fourth.
Oh!
Incorrect. Then what is it?
A massive switch around with my list. Turns out they are going with Tennant. Okay.
About the galaxy in an ancient spaceship. You speak unwisely.
Why does he now have a coloured-in helmet rather than the silver one? It's like you've just gone and
How do you deduce
stapled Princess Leia's bun all around your
Tom Baker's
ears.
practically long scarf is still a
Oh, there's
representation
Adric.
of
Is that Adric under the console?
Explanation for all this.
You probably won't.
Try.
Oh, Andrew, you explain.
His unpredictable nature has carried across
Don't-
time.
Don't leave her with me.
No more.
And
Oh,
his
that
soft
moment
spot
in the
set
50th
the
special
precedent
just
for those that
was
follow.
just an
I suppose
absolute
we can't expect decent English.
happy
from a machine.
moment.
Moral and offbeat as any incarnation, Baker's was a sometimes gloomy, serious, or unfeeling depiction.
The matter is of no interest to you. Everything's of interest to me.
In Sarah Jane Smith, he found an iconic
Oh, we
companion.
love you, Sarah
In
Jane.
He found the Doctor's first pet. He's a true
Oh yeah,
galaxy rich.
K9, right?
Pretty well solid gold.
Number 1, David Tennant, the 10th Doctor.
Hello, sorry, bit of a rush. There's a sort of thing happening. Very important that we stop it.
Oh my god, it's you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's Sarah from the Blink episode, right? That's the only one I missed, and turns out it was the most important one that I missed.
Tennant nailed the shoes, and he's nailed first place with his chatty, cheeky, and vulnerable
Single-handedly.
What's that?
It's a machine that goes ding.
Oh, God bless you, David.
Microwave frozen dinner from up to 20 quid. Download comments from the future. I never know where to start.
Steering the show through a golden age.
Oh, that series 3 finale, though, girl.
Two regenerations, and
My
arms
nerves were shattered.
with hair that's just crazy and eyes that are just kooky. The girls wanted to date him, and the boys felt like they could be him. Almost.
Now that sounds like Torchwood.
Still a good plan.
He's the best of the last of the Time Lords, and our number 1.
Sorry, I've got a bit of a complex life. Things don't always happen to me in quite the right order. Gets a bit confusing at times.
Do you agree
And here we have David Tennant describing everyone else's life.
Which Time Lord?
Get off your ass, Colin.
Some instants in time. Bigger on the inside.
For more fantastical top 10s published every day.
Bigger on the inside, smaller on the outside.
Watchmojo.com.
Right now, off you go. Don't stop the big daisies on the way.
Like we're gonna pick daisies on the bloody planet somewhere out in the wider outer space. They're probably like dangerous or something. Like watching it from 2005 onwards, like 12 years of watching has pretty much taught us that picking daisies on a random planet is probably a very, very stupid thing to do. So that list was surprising, and I didn't pop off as much as I usually do on Watchmojo videos. There were no honourable mentions to kind of tie ourselves over. By that point, we probably knew who was going to be number 1 when Tom Baker was announced as runner-up. But that was a pretty good list. Also, it's mid-afternoon at the time that I'm filming this, so there's a good chance that my rant thing will be set into later motion the more the day goes on. Anyway, my next video up is going to be of top 10 Doctor Who companions. So until then, I'm signing off. And there's really nothing else left to say other than bye guys. See ya.